Hi friends, welcome back. It's wonderful to be back with you today. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas, and today is the first Sunday of Christmas. Remember, we talk about in Godly Play, you can't keep Christmas just in one day. It's such a special celebration that it spreads out into several days. So we're gonna keep the Christmas vibes going, and I have another story to share with you today. Actually, another 2 stories to share with you. The last time we were together, we read Cat in the Manger, which is one of my personal books at home. I really love animals, and so do my children. And so we have another Christmas story with some different animals in it. It's called Song of the Stars, and we're gonna see how the animals get ready to welcome Jesus into the world. Are you ready? Okay. The world was about to change forever, and it almost went by unnoticed. But the leaves that night rustled with a rumor. News rang out across the open fields. A song drifted over the hills. The wind whispered it softly in the sycamore trees that waved their moonlit branches to the sky. A barn owl took flight. Woodland creatures stirred. It's time, it's time. In the pine woods, 2 deer raised their heads. A big brown bear sniffed the air. A red fox darted. The faces of little flowers lifted to the skies. It's time, it's time. The skies shouted it to the seas, that thundered it to the waves, that roared it to the great white whales, that sang it to the starfish in the deep. And tiny sandpipers danced it on shining sands. It's time, it's time. The running rivers bounded over boulders, and the otters clapped and played and sang to the ducklings that splashed and quacked, to the salmon that leaped and leaped. And tiny field mice and insects and little creeping things and sparrows and robins and every single blade of grass squeaked and hummed and chirped and sang, it's time, it's time. Wild stallions drummed it to the ground. Get ready, get ready. Be glad, be glad. On a lonely peak, a lion raised his strong head and roared it out to the empty wilderness. The mighty king, the Prince of Peace. All the stars joined together in a chorus that rang out through the heavens, the bright and morning star. And on a hillside overlooking a little town, sheep nuzzled their new lambs. The Good Shepherd. Suddenly, angels lit up the whole sky, and a great choir sang it out loud. It's time. He's come. At last, he's here. And in the little town, in a little shed, in a little window, a candle flickered in the dark. See if you can find the stable, the shed that they talk about. See it with its little light? And a tiny cry rang out in the cold night air, and high above, a single star set in the highest heavens shone out brighter than all the others, and poured down silver onto the little shed, a light to light up the whole world. The animals stood around his bed, and the whole earth and all the stars in sky held its breath. The one who made us has come to live with us. And a young mother with no place to rest, nowhere to stay, kept it as a song inside her heart. Our rescuer. And they gazed in wonder at God's great gift, lying on a bed of straw, wrapped in rags, a tiny little baby. Heaven's son, sleeping under the stars that he made. And that's the end of this story. Okay, we're back for our second story. Again, it's about animals. I love animals, and this story is called Room for a Little One. I wonder who the little one is. Let's find out. It was a cold winter night. Kind ox lay in his stable, close to the side of the inn. Old Dog came by. He stopped and looked into the stable. "I need somewhere to rest," said Old Dog. "Come inside," Kind Ox said. "There's always room for a little one here." Old Dog came in and lay down in the straw. He nestled close to Kind Ox, sharing the warmth of his stable. Stray Cat peered in. She saw Old Dog and she stopped. Stray Cat arched her back and her fur bristled. "I'll not chase you," said Old Dog. "Come inside," Kind Ox said. "There's always room for a little one here." Stray Cat came into the stable. She curled up in the straw, close to the friends she had found, purring and twitching her tail. Small Mouse stopped at the door of the stable. She saw a stray cat and she quivered with fear. "You're safe here. I won't harm you," said Stray Cat. "Come inside," Kind Ox said. "There's always room for a little one here." Small Mouse scurried in. She nestled down warm in the straw, in the peace of the stable. You have to look closely to find Small Mouse. She's cuddled up near the kitty. Do you see her? Then Tired Donkey came. Joseph led him along. Mary rode on Tired Donkey's back. Joseph was cold and Mary was weary, but there was no room at the inn. "Where will my baby be born?" asked Mary. "Come inside," Kind Ox called to Tired Donkey. "There's always room for a little one here." Tired Donkey brought Mary into the stable. Joseph made her a warm bed in the straw to save her from the cold of the night. And so Jesus was born with the animals around him. Kind Ox, Old Dog, Stray Cat, Small Mouse, and Tired Donkey, all welcomed him to the warmth of their stable. That cold winter's night, beneath the stars' light, a little one came for the world. And that's the end of that story. I hope you have a blessed Christmas week, and I look forward to seeing you next time when we celebrate Epiphany.